Okay, good afternoon. Um, this is part two of day 5 and little videos to improve my camera presence. And I'm gonna try to smile right now as we talk about this. Yesterday there was a little bit of background noise in the video where I'm in the yellow sweater. People were having a loud discussion about Luigi Mangione and the fact that whether or not he should be considered a terrorist and things of that nature. And from time to time, that type of thing happens because my dad likes to watch Chris Cuomo, and there's some kind of volatile topics on that news show. Uh, so a little bit even more so than probably CNN and stuff. But they put Michio Kaku on that show, and Chris Cuomo is a little bit independent minded. So, anyways, but we're not loud like that all the time. And uh, anyways, so I wanted to get into some lighter topics today, for a moment at least. And we keep seeing these cruises, and we tried to sign up for a cruise raffle today for KTLA for a Disney cruise. And that's probably the only cruise I would ever really go on, I think. I'm not really one for being stuck on a boat in the middle of the ocean. It's not that appealing to me. Uh, I trust Disney a little bit. Uh, but yeah. Anyways, my aunt and uncle Pat and Dara want to go on a cruise to somewhere, and they were inviting us on the cruise. And first we were like, oh, I guess some of us will go with you. But then we realized, oh, we could just send them on the cruise because they like the cruise, and we're not that into cruises. No, none of us here are really that into cruises for the most part, but we're thinking of looking up cruises for my aunt and uncle. They probably enjoy that quite a bit. They've been on cruises before, so that'll be pretty nice. Baby Ella. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to see Baby Ella. My family, we keep wanting to go down and see Baby Ella, but we've all been catching this cold bug in succession over the last few weeks, and we were supposed to go on the 10th, and it is now like the 18th or 19th, I think. And so we're still waiting, but we're planning on going down there for Christmas and the aftermath of Christmas, a couple days afterwards. So we'll be able to see them, and they'll have a nice time, and it'll be really great. And so, looking forward to that and seeing how big Baby Ella is getting. And we keep seeing her on pictures, and it's always cool. It's a very happy time. uh, Another thing is, my favorite Christmas song is "Silver Bells" by Tony Bennett, and I think that's probably my favorite Christmas song. There's a lot of great Christmas songs. Uh, yeah, just but I think Tony Bennett's "Silver Bells," and I talked in the last segment about dreams a little bit and dream hacking with the movie Inception, and how this tipped me off what I had already suspected was going on with movies and Hollywood, and being subject to some sort of cognitive war or something. And or I don't know, maybe it's not even cognitive war, maybe it's just somebody who's sending messages out in movies regarding time travel or this program or an interweaving. I can talk about that in a future segment. But this gets into dreams, and I talked about like the idea that corporations could possibly hack into your dreams. And what are dreams in the ever? What were they ever? Because they've gone on for thousands of years. And was there some sort of highly advanced or time traveling organization that was tapping into our conscious unconscious mind or subconscious mind or something? Or what were they? And I recently read an article that there's scientists that are claiming that dreams are you on some sort of alternate reality frequency or parallel world, and you feel everything in your dream, you hear things in your dream. There's music and stuff in dreams that you can't I can't possibly make the music that's in my dreams. And so you start to think like this must be some sort of technology, but then you think maybe it's a galactic frequency from some sort of highly advanced civilization. Maybe Earth is more highly advanced than we realize, and it's a little bit of a covert breakaway sieve. Maybe it's the breakaway sieve. Maybe it's some sort of creative being in the universe, like a god or goddess or something. I don't know. Anyways, I find it fascinating, and uh, I don't know. Maybe they gave us this technology, and there's dreams are those all those things, and there's also a technology that can take over dreams at the same time. Uh, I experienced some pretty negative dreams for a long time when I was experiencing basically mental torture for a number of years, but it's now my dreams are very pleasant. Uh, so I'm very thankful for that because it's crazy not to be able to heal in your sleep, and I don't get to heal too much because I don't get the deep REM sleep. But uh, I'm not gonna complain too much. It's interesting. So whoever took over the dreams, or some alien, or I don't know what, took over the dreams that I have now. There, I get dreams all throughout the night, and they're pretty interesting. But I don't know if they're taking time off my life because I'm not getting full sleep. So I don't know what to make of that. You know, it's the depth of life. It's This gets into the idea of freedom and the freedom from harassment and surveillance, or the freedom from brain and control, and where are we headed as a species, and transhumanism and all that. But I'll talk about that in another segment. Uh, yeah, someone had mentioned on a Threads post that there is a malaise among men in society, and this stems from a lack of artistic expression among men, or the usage of artistic expression among men. And I'm not really an artist. I went ahead and started these little talks like this and stuff, but I do have a creative ability in thought, which is I don't know where it comes from, but not that it's that creative, but it's a little bit creative. And I'm not really an artist, so I can't really relate too much to that. But I'm very interested in art. I find it fascinating, and yeah. So, but I think that there's such a thing as a lack of artistic expression for men, and there's a lack of medium for it. And when you have a situation where there's a lack of medium for these artistic expressions, like uh, you know, critical analysis or just thought provocation on a number of topics, and you have major corporations, like six major corporations, run all the media and even the music industry and all that. It's like you know you have it stifles expression among people, and it doesn't facilitate a situation where you can devote yourself to that craft or whatever as artists. And so when you have that kind of stifling situation, and men are gonna start to, and then you have not at the same time you have that stifling situation, you have media companies that promote violence as art towards men. There's look at Hollywood and like all the violence in Hollywood, and you know uh not to say that you can't make artistic things, an expression with regards to violence that is very meaningful. but there is a lot of violence pumped at young men, and there's a lot of violence just in media corporations, not even art or film or anything, but like in television news and social media. And young men or men start to think that violence is art. And so the so this gets into Luigi Mangione. He wanted to make a statement. He had a manifesto, and he thought the way that he would make his statement was the way that he could create a thought process in the general public or provoke thought in the general public was by shooting a guy in the head. And I mean, that's the but possibly inevitable outcome of believing violence is art and that you cannot express a thought or opinion or provoke an emotion out of somebody through art. And if the mediums are not there to allow for these artistic expressions among people, and particularly, I guess in this case, I'm talking about men, but obviously this adheres to just about anybody. And you have a negative, and you have, and at the same time, you have these media companies promoting a negative ideation about art itself. There's like an off put like, oh, art, those are those crazy Hollywood liberals and those crazy Hollywood artists and or liberal artists think this and that. And if we don't respect that aspect of our society, then you're going to end up with people saying, here's how I'll make my statement because the only thing you respect is violence. And I guess I just tapped into a little bit of that Mangione guy's attitude or whatever that was. If it was real, I always say if these things are real, but uh, I have to say that. But if they are in fact real, that's what it's tapping into. It's at least tapping into the fact that violence is art. And so, the idea that you couldn't create a nice art piece and say, this is my artistic expression about the violence of the medical system and say something like that and have mediums where that is expressed widely and is present in people's attitudes or whatever. Present in people's minds. Sorry, not attitudes. So that's that. So I'm gonna close with the idea that I missed the LA Bowl. I missed the LA Bowl, and I really want to go see an LA Bowl at SoFi. That's really the only way I want to go to SoFi. I remember being a kid and going to a Raider game, and it was a very traumatizing experience. Guys were fighting all over the parking lot, all over the stadium. It was the drunk fighting all over the place, and it traumatized the hell out of me as like a little 5-year-old kid or whatever. And I do not want to go back to an NFL game. You see all the social medias and people are filming them. Oh, look at this guy fighting that guy in the stands, and woohoo! And I don't like that. And I want to go to a sporting event. I want it to be a nice time, and I don't need to have some crazed immature fans having their gladiator moment because they can't be on the field or something. So, uh, anyways, uh, yeah. My mom wants to go see a Ram game, and I really don't want to see an NFL game. I don't want to be a part of that. Yeah, I will go to a college game because college fans are a little more civilized. That's in my opinion. I've been to college games before, never had a problem. And uh, yeah, so the LA Bowl is what I want to go see. I guess UNLV played Cal. That's a fun game for the LA Bowl. I guess UNLV might go into the Pac-12. It would be cool if Cal went back into it, but it's not the case right now. So I guess we could get used to Cal in the ACC. I like the ACC, but I miss the Pac-12. Okay, so this was 15 minutes, a little bit nicer. Sorry about these long videos. I don't think, like I say, no one has to watch this but me. So, okay, bye.